on, y'all? It's your girl, Kami Gomez. You guys are tuned in to another episode of For the Record on the Daily Gems Network. Today, I have a special guest in the building. Particularly excited because Uptown is in the building. Give it up for 27 Deli.
I don't wanna drill, rather get drunk and get chill. Put some ice in my cup, yeah, I like it chill. Take a flight in the night, straight up to the hills. I be high as a kite, still ain't got no sills. Catch me in the section, I be popping all the
You too, how are you?
I'm feeling good.
What's your word of the day?
When you first said that, restitution, I don't know. I don't even know what that means right now either.
When I said that?
I don't know.
I said that?
You said word of the day, I said
Oh.
restitution.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know right now. It just popped up in my head, sounded smart, but that's my word of the day.
Okay.
Restitution.
All
I
right.
believe it's like to restore the state of original being.
Ooh.
Yeah, restitution, yeah, facts.
All right. Do you think that you currently like in that state, in that season of your life, kind of either going back to your roots, or are you in a season of kind of reinventing yourself?
Nah, more like restoring what is / what was / soon to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Listen. I gotta get my philosopher hat on too. But I know you are a Yankees fan. Congratulations, Yankees going to the World Series.
Shout out to my city, man. We out here. I'm not gonna lie, it was dope because I just did the Billionaire Boy Club collab.
I've seen.
And it was on the 27th championship commemoration, but now they're going for the 28th. So it was kind of dope being 27 Deli, the 27 championships.
Yes.
And then they go into the World Series again. I think that was super climatic. That was hip-hop history.
Yeah,
But,
for sure. Well, you gotta play those numbers. I'm so superstitious. I'm like, go buy those tickets right now and don't forget me when you win.
Nah, I got you. You put the bug in my brain. I got you.
Talk to me a little bit about this Billionaire Boys Club collab, because I've seen you started off as a brand ambassador. Now fast forward to the collection and the campaigns that you've been involved in with them. Talk about how that came about.
Oh, man, honestly, it was a blessing and just waiting for me, honestly. I had a connect from London, one of my homies who eventually came to me listen, man, you're doing good things in the music space. We've been tapped in for a while. Let me try to help on, brand partnership ends. And then the first thing he came to me with was the Billionaires Boys Club. We went in there, the office, they loved it. It wasn't even about really... It wasn't that I had to sell anything. It was more so opening eyes to what again was soon to be, and it was just beautiful from there. We had did the collab partnership launch event at the store, and then that was dope, great turnout. But now we moved into more of what me and my individual career will start looking partner with BBC. It's exciting. We got music, photo shoots, video shoots, a lot of good media content coming. So I'm excited.
Ooh,
yeah.
I love that. And I just feel like BBC is also just in alignment with your brand. Even me just being from Harlem, I already know what it is to get fly, want to go to Soho, back in the days and shop at BBC, and now to fast forward, have that partnership, that's super dope.
Yeah, it's super dope. I'm blessed. I'm thankful.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
And I seen you had Ori, he was performing with you.
Ori's my brother.
Yes. I've seen he was performing with you at the launch event?
Well, I had a panel, and so Ori's been with me since the beginning of my career. Even before then, we went to high school together. I went to Iona Prep for my first 2 years of high school. And we was just a small bunch. It was not a lot of African American or Western, just black students in general. So all the black kids at Iona knew each other, so that's how me and Ori linked up. But then I went to college. I seen he was taking his brand seriously, Foreplay. And I basically hit him up on a DM and was like, yo, we gotta be on some Tyler and Supreme. Like Tyler necessarily may not own Supreme, but it's like that brand association gonna be strong. Like, and when people think of one, they gonna think of the other.
Yeah.
And he agreed with it. We started doing my cover arts exclusively for a while, and then we just started bouncing ideas like back and forth with just different creative projects, and now we just honestly like a creative family, like with like how we just move in the scheme of things going on in the industry.
Nah, I could definitely second that. Like I said, being from Harlem, you just in tune. You know who are the certain people that's, you know, partnering with brands, putting out content, and really kind of moving and shaking within the community. I kind of want to talk about creativity in the Harlem community because I feel like there's so much creativity and just originality coming out of Harlem, but there's not necessarily like a hub or a space or like an official collective to put all that energy into. What do you think Harlem needs right now?
I think Harlem just need to keep pushing. That's it. Like all that stuff will come in due time. Like there will.
You don't think it's overdue?
It's super overdue, but there's a lot of things overdue. So, but you can't rush greatness, like, cause someone could have it and then lose it. And then that energy just, like, I think not having something is much less painful than having something and it getting taken away from you. So, like, I'd rather it be a little while till we get something, but when we get something, it be that something for us.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, when that happens, we're going to run this part of the interview back. We're going to play the 27 numbers and say we manifested this for Harlem.
No,
Harlem world.
Save this date.
Damn, I wish it was the 27th. It's the 24th today.
3 days, you heard? Played in 3 days. This hour.
A little bit back to your BBC collab. So, with the Yankee collab, did you help design that? Were you kind of just a part of the campaign? What was your exact involvement?
My bad. I was just a little... I didn't have any key involvement with any of the designs. And, like, I think those designs came in from early in the year. Even the creative director for the brand had switched out. But we were a part of more so, like, the creative... What's that called? Creative, not control, but... Yeah, creative direction. Thank you. I had a brain fart. Creative direction for, like, how we wanted to look. So I gave him, like, kind of key points and what type of stairway. I'm like, I wanted to do the big Joker stairway, but I felt like it might have been a little too either, like, used up. But I think there was construction going on at that staircase, actually. So we had did the staircase, like, literally 1 block up from it in High Bridge. And I got my cousin who lived down the block, and it was just, like, kind of, like, old school, just hanging out, chilling. It was cool.
Yeah, I seen that video. There was some familiar faces there. I seen Madison Starr.
Oh,
I seen DJ
Maddie,
Steph Cakes.
Steph,
Obviously, you, Ori, Nico Brim was in the video.
my brother. We went to high school, too, Nico.
Okay.
All of us, me, Ori, and Nico went to high school together.
Okay.
They graduated from Iona. I graduated from Hayes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after Iona, you went to Hayes.
Yeah, I did 2 years in Hayes. Shout out to Hayes and North Loyal, man.
Mixie. Okay, so I'm sure you're familiar with Fergie Babies.
Of course, my
Chewy
brother.
BBs and Canes in front of
That wasn't my
Cardinal
era, though. That wasn't my era. He a
Okay.
little older than me. He wasn't doing that in my era.
And that's what I was going to ask you, because in the Time to Bounce video that you have, also featuring A$AP Ferg, this is like one of the first Spanglish demo tracks for the city. And when I clicked on it, I'm like, is this the right video? Like, who is this? But I seen in the video you guys are Vancing out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vanson's creative
Shout out to
director,
them.
Davon.
I was thinking about more so like, since like Ferg is my brother, and we only got one in each other, so I was thinking of like the theme from Fast and Furious, the family, like basically like how.
Oh, it gives that. Now that you say that, it gives that.
Yeah, I was thinking like Vin Diesel, like the whole like Paul Walker, like side by side, nice cars, like this kind of just like luxe experience, but it still was a big grunge, like But that was basically that in a nutshell in that music video. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely vancing out. Like I said, I want to know, like, do you think that True Religion, BB's, Pels, that whole 2010 form of New York City fashion, is it making a comeback or has it always been a thing?
It's always been a thing. Honestly, it was used and abused by every other state. Like, so, like, to me, it's like, even me, I traded in, I can't even say that on camera, but.
Say it.
I just think it's a time for, like, shout out to Capella. Like, I see Capella coming out with some merchandising. Like, I like the fact that he's going for a stab at the fashion stuff. Like, I feel like everybody, if you're an artist, like, you gotta express yourself in all mediums and not just depend on what was. Like, somebody back in the day wore Pele Pele, and that's what made it hot.
Right.
But, like, who's wearing the what now that's making what hot now? And it's like, it's lackluster. Like, when we don't put enough pressure on the designers don't show up. So we got it, like, the same way people, like, putting pressures on rappers and artists to be like, yo, we need the music. We need to start putting pressure on designers. Like, we need the clothes. We need the clothes.
We need some new fly shit.
Yeah, no cap. But, yeah, I think that answers the question.
No, yeah, it does. What inspires your fashion sense?
Honestly, my legacy first gave me my foundation to, like, what I thought fashion was. And that was a lot of, like, just suave, jiggy shit. And that was not necessarily boot cut stuff, but maybe slim cut, maybe flip. I don't know, a bunch of stuff. Like, good style inspires my style. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of people just missing what they style is, so it creates a lot of, like, fluff, and a lot of times some things look like the badass cousin version of shit, but but yeah, I don't know. Like, I pray for fashion and style to come back. I feel like there's some leaders in it, but they high up right now, so it's like I hope the trickle effect pop in quick.
You gotta be one of the leaders.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel like you kind of are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm high up. I need someone like not underneath. That was demeaning, but I need somebody like earlier on the hustle or like a little late to the hustle to come with some fire. Like re-spark what's going on. Like at certain levels. When I was 19, I was running rampant in New York, making this culture thing happen. Like I need to find another 19-year-old who's same energy.
Right.
Not to say I need to, because I don't. But
but it's always good. Send the elevator back down.
Exactly.
Find a little protege.
Exactly. And I need someone to like, yo, y'all need to just like, don't be like our generation. Our generation mad bougie. Like, y'all need to start yelling at us on TikTok like, yo, I'm right here.
No, I agree, because I feel like this generation, we the new adults. We don't do cookouts. We don't do any festive
Now we
events.
hustling right now.
Yeah, everything is hustle and social media.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But we can't be slaving though, so we definitely gotta do. I do Juneteenth cookout with Fergie.
Okay.
And we do that every year. That be happening annually for the past 5 years. Last year we didn't have the cookout though. I think this year we're gonna bring back the cookout. Though.
I think you should.
Yeah.
The responsibility and the pressure is
needed,
getting worse.
But it's needed though. Like I feel like we should wear that stuff with crowns and stuff. Like can't be too much sweat on our brow to do what we want to do.
Right.
You know, we gotta make time for the stuff. If we see if it's important, we gotta make time for that stuff. For real. Cause you know it's like we make time for everything else that might be important.
Right.
But it's not. It might hit, might not hit.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Priorities. I want to talk about culture a little bit.
Okay.
What does it mean to you to have the culture on lock, and how does somebody kind of get the people like on their side?
To have the culture on lock means that you're controlling it at all angles. It doesn't matter about to what degree, like, because you can't control everything, but having most control over what you got going on and having that like creative control. It's especially where people want to follow your wave. That was to me is like having culture on lock. To get people on your side, don't worry about getting people on your side. Yeah, that's good. That's the first thing. People don't want to be sold nothing. People want to feel a part of already what is. So it's like you trying to get people on your side is gonna be your first downfall. Just do you, see who's naturally clicking with it, and just don't be an asshole at first.
But afterwards,
if they give you reason, you tax the whole shit. Cause you feel me, you do gotta be humble to the hustle. You know, I said that on the radar. If I had some advice, remain humble through the hustle. Like, yeah, just stay humble. Take the punches. Everybody get them. You know what I'm saying? I got a cousin who does MMA training. He want to be a great fighter. Only way to do that is to take a couple punches. So it's like, metaphorically, just switch it over to whatever you're doing. You got to take a couple punches.
Yep, roll with the punches.
That's a fact.
Yep, for sure. I also saw, are you involved, like, do you ride bikes?
No more like that.
BMXer?
I definitely, when I was a young kid, I was wilding with the bikes. I used to live upstate for a little bit, and I had a BMX bike and a super crazy hill.
So are you from upstate?
Nah. I'm from uptown.
Okay.
I have a house upstate. But yeah, I'm from uptown. I have a house in Dutchess County, Fishkill. I went there for like 2.5 years for 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. I know that sounds like 3 years, but do the math. Like 2.5. But then I moved back to Harlem. And then in the Bronx, Harlem, Bronx. I'm in the Bronx now. I got a little bit of culture in me. I was me and a bunch of, foreign exchange students and shit like that. It was nice. Mom was wanted a little something different for her son. That was it. But,
so what college did you go to?
Binghamton.
Okay.
Yeah, I went from
Binghamton was ironically my first choice, and then they lost my application, and then I ended up going to Syracuse.
Syracuse is fire. That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Syracuse. They gave me the presidential scholarship and all that. It was just still crazy tax. I think it was like after all of that, they were still trying to charge me tax, and I was just like, Binghamton is not charging tax. Binghamton actually gave me money too, so I was like, I just go to Bing, hour away. I went there for biomedical engineering though.
Wow.
It was difficult.
That's tough.
It was difficult.
What is that, a 5-year program?
No. It was a 4-year program, but that's the thing about that school. Like, that engineering department is such, like, high praise because the lithium battery came from there, so it's very, like...
It's, like, really rigorous and critically acclaimed.
Yeah, all that shit. Like, I think I had to do, like, 40 chapters my first semester, and I was, like, chemistry. And I just was, like, 40 chapters of chemistry. Most of it was overview work, but it was, like, to even... like wrap my brain around 40 chapters of chemistry.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was.
And ChatGPT, none of
that existed.
Was around back then.
And it's crazy because it was so soon. Like we missed that little information
like
gap.
A window, bro. I was doing all the hard labor.
Yo, if I would have had ChatGPT, I definitely would have did like 4 years breezy.
Yep. For sure. Well, I know definitely you mentioned in high school just meeting some people that you still locked in with today. I feel like college, could be the same way.
I forgot. I went to FIT too. Shout out to all my FIT folks. I did a program there for advertising, marketing, communication. Because I got a lot of friends that I don't feel like I don't give them no love.
Collegiate scholar.
I don't give them no love. I feel like I'll never mention them. I feel like they'll never feel like I remember them. But I do. I remember all y'all. I love them.
From the famous alumni to FIT and Binghamton.
I'm more like the guest student, like Frank. Frank went in for a little couple classes. I feel like I'm like that guy. Right?
Would you ever go back and speak at these places? Schools?
Depends on what they ask me to speak for. Like, I'm not about to go and speak to kids just for no reason. Like, a lot of times they want to sell kids dreams, but it's like, if it's like the right program, right initiative, is making sense on my brand, then yeah, I'll do it. But if it's like some random save the dolphins or like, nah, it's over.
Damn, not the Dolphins.
Shout out to you, Dolphins. But, yeah.
Just speaking to the mic.
Oh,
but,
excuse me.
Yeah, you good. I wanted to know, sometimes when you just locked in with people for years on end, how you kind of said, they become like attached to your brand and you guys have that synergy and vice versa. If somebody from your camp was experiencing like something negative in the media, do you detach yourself from their brand or do you ride it out creatively and also just like logistically?
I mean, it all depends on like how willing they are to listen. Like, if they listen, like if they going through something, it depends also like if I disagree or agree with the action.
Yeah.
Like, I got friends that's in jail. I don't dissociate myself with them at all. It's like they've done and what some people might believe heinous crimes. Some people think they're mild crimes. That doesn't really move me as such. It's more so like the growth of the person in actuality. Like if they learning from their mistakes or if they're remorseful of like, not remorseful, but more so like just wanting to do better for themselves, like, and just honest and vulnerable with that. If they can do that, then we could, you feel me, stick it out. But if you just egotistical, like, I'm just keep on doing bad, like, nobody should associate themselves with that. It don't matter if that's whoever that is.
Yeah.
Because they gonna make you crash out. And then it's like, what happens what do you look like when you crashed out? You might look worse than them.
Right, everything falls on you.
Yeah, so it's like, if it's bad energy, it has a route to be fixed, but if someone's not willing to take that route, then you can't force that. And just the way you can't force them to be better, you might be doing better. You can't force bad vibes into a good vibe. You're going to just taint the whole thing.
Is Puff your godfather?
Definitely not.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, nah.
All right.
Tone Wop is my godfather, but he lousy too. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Were you ever a part of like the Sin?
Nah,
era?
But shout out to Sim though, cause I went to high school with Nico.
Yeah, cause that's what I was thinking. Like Iona Prep.
Nah, like Nico, Shaq. I mean, just graduated the year before I went into Iona. I fuck with CYN, Kai, like those the homies. Like you feel me? We hung out a lot. Me and the older I'm just detached from the older generation, like of everything.
Why do you think that is?
Well, my pops passed when I was 5, so like I don't have no connection to them. Like I never had like extensive conversation with none of them old cats. No disrespect to them, but it's just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your pops was definitely somebody big, in the community, very influential. What's one thing that you carry from his legacy with you today?
Everything. My whole name is based upon his name. Like 27 Deli comes from Ferg 54. He had 2 sons, and then my brother already took Ferg and that name to the moon and shit. Excuse my language. But he's 10 years older than me, so I'm like, I didn't want to come through looking like carbon copy of like what he did or be that in any case. So it was more so like, let me take the 54, chop it in 2, give it, like that's how my father thought. Like he used to think like, he had the brand Ferg 54. It's like, if you look at his logo, the E don't have the back in case it's just 3 lines, the R is backwards, like, the G is backwards, excuse me. And it's like, it was just a flip on what is already. And that's what I always felt like my career was going to be, like a flip on already what is. What I carry with him is like his genuineness. Like I'm genuine and I don't have nothing to fake about nothing. Like a lot of people faking narratives to push forward, but it's like, that shit is kill you. You know, because you'll just keep having to like go up but continue to unravel yourself. The stress is just not gonna kill you. It might kill your, you know, the lifestyle around you, the relationships, whatever. Like when you gotta constantly unpack from the fake shit to the reality. I feel like I'm a person who is like very genuine in my reality, but I'm also like so real that it burns fake people.
Yup.
Like
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
People see me and just don't like me off rip.
Yeah.
But I feel like when your light be irritating their darkness.
It's like some holy water.
Yes. I need to
Shit.
start walking around with holy water and some anointing oil.
No, that ass
do a little
though.
collab. Do a little collab.
Like cleanse yourself, cleanse your energy.
Leave the energy at the door. Leave it at the door.
For real.
I love that. Well, we like to do something here called your daily gem.
Okay.
All pun intended.
Okay.
I just want you to look into that third camera. Introduce,
Right here?
Introduce yourself and give people one daily gem for whoever's watching.
What's good, y'all? It's 27 Deli. And a daily gem I got for y'all is mind your business because nobody else going to do it for you.
We could clap it up for that. I love that. Well, Deli, you have a new song coming out soon,
Yes.
Acting Bad, featuring Ricky Ricardo.
Yes. My brother.
Yes, and it's coming out November 1st.
Yes.
Talk about the inspo for this track. I heard it's for the ladies.
Yeah, honestly, we was cooking up, and I have like so many hot beats from Josh. So I was just listening to them before, and me and Rick, Joshua came from LA over to New York, and we just played this beat, and the drums was, I think, interpolated from Slow Down Bobby V, but the top line was like some new. And Rick got this like new wave flair singing vibe with the auto tune, so it added like some ambiance to it. And I was like, nah, yo, you gotta knock this one out. And honestly, it's been a good reception from like a lot of my friends of friends. Like
Feeding the streets first.
yeah, like exactly, like just taste making it though, like because I also don't believe in like leaking your own art. Like I think it's cool. But it's always like kind of makes you feel devalued a little bit.
Yeah, protect the art.
Yeah, protect the art. Because you don't want to like imagine if it was like you're a photographer and you wanted to like save these photos and people just is like, yo, fuck your gallery. Like we just throwing your photos out for the free ski. It'll probably hurt their heart, hurt their pocket.
Yep.
Like a bunch of shit. Yeah, so. Definitely no leakies, but I like to play it, and I definitely like playing it in the right environment. Because a lot of times people just want to force like the listen,
right?
And you can't force a listen, like because if someone doesn't gravitate to it in that moment, like you might have lost them forever, in a sense, or for a while
Right.
to get that listen back.
That first impression makes a difference.
No
sure.
cap. And sometimes you don't gotta be the person to present your music for artists. Like, you shouldn't want to be the first person to present your music. You want to be like the last person, the grand finale. Make them pay for the ticket.
Okay. I like that. A lot of gems dropped in this for sure. Acting Bad with Ricky Ricardo and Jasu is coming out November 1st. Anything coming up you want to let the people know about?
Yeah,
Any
we
shows? Anything exciting?
Shows, yes. We got a show in November called Fight Night. Pop out to that. I don't know if y'all can though. It's gonna be this MMA little. I don't know. It might be one of them exclusive, nice little Jones. Like,
but tune in.
Anyways. But we got Let It Go music video and day party November 15th, I believe. That'll be happening. Location TBA.
Okay.
But it's between, it's going to be one of them trendy spots, so don't, get too off the rockers with that. But I think outside of that, we just got to enjoy your holidays with your family. and your loved ones. That's all.
I love that. Well, your BBC collab is out in stores now in the flagship store and at Yankee
Not
Stadium.
yet.
No, not yet.
No. So that's gonna happen 2025 in February. Stay tuned for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We what's it called? Like slow drip. Like
Okay.
you know, you can't give everybody. Everybody's so used to like
Instant.
instant, like no build up. We gotta build it up more. It's more moments to have, more content to see, more in person stuff. Like Quiet is Kept, we doing a lot more charity work, or at least that's the goals for 2024 to 2025. Is to do a lot more charity work incorporated with like the lit stuff.
I love that. Well, if y'all need volunteers,
Oh
holla
yeah,
at me.
we gonna holler at
Yes.
you for sure.
All right. Well, it's Big Harlem World, 27
Harlem
Deli.
World,
This
shit.
is for the record.
The Daily Gems. Yeah.